这不是宣传，这是日本时间。呼吁片继续听。
Welcome everyone to the Chinatime podcast. One Piece has some of the ugliest character designs I've ever seen in my fucking life. We're here with obviously the co-host, my boy, playing Final Fantasy XIV right now. What's good, Viram?
What's good, brother? And on a similar vein, I refuse to ever play Danganronpa because I think those characters are fucking hideous.
That's true. That's probably true. That's probably true. We also got the boy here, Zeph. What's good, Zeph?
I have nothing crazy to say other than that I've been exclusively playing Genshin Impact for 2 days.
I'm so sorry. Actually, no, you're still early. You're fine.
That's crazy.
I've been enjoying myself.
And that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
you're in the period where you would enjoy yourself.
Speaking of doing things that only he enjoys, we got McDareth here.
Yeah, you know what I don't enjoy? MULTIVERSUS.
I can't wait to just yell about that game next week because I feel like I'm in the minority. But regardless,
I'll talk about it a bit, but yeah, it's got some good parts and then some not so great.
I just think that people, not to say you guys feel this way, but I see this a lot, where people think that because it doesn't play the way they want it to play, that means it's a lot not a like they equate their preference with quality, but they do that with everything. So it's like,
well, there's no argument that it's a high quality game. They put a lot of effort into it. I can see that. But to me, it's also there's just a lot of decisions. When I see the effort put in, it's like, well, why is this like this? And then because it's like that, to this point, it feels like, well, it's just gonna like ship this way. So yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I'm of the opinion that a lot of people don't like it because it's not Smash. They just want to play Smash. So like when they say, why doesn't it do this? And I'm like, okay, that it doesn't do that. So they're like, then it's bad. I'm like, no, that's not bad. It's just a different way of playing it. Like they're equating differences with quality, and that's not a thing that exists. Like you don't say Samurai Showdown is a worse or better game than like Marvel Infinite, like because there's less movement or more movement. Like that's not a thing.
Yeah, but those are way different in terms of fighting games to compare. Like we did Samurai Showdown to like Street Fighter maybe, but like to like Marvel, it's like pretty different.
I mean that's fair. That's fair. But you see what I'm saying, right? Like it's like
yeah, I get that.
Like saying that one game doesn't have as much movement as another game, that therefore it's a worse game, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, to me, it's not even movement. It's like defensive. Like you just don't have defensive options. So this person on the other, like to me, it's like the hitboxes. A lot of them last way too long. There's basically no lag on anything. Sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it's not so fun. When like a character can just use like one move repeatedly, and yeah, it's supposed to stale, but the stale barely matters. It hits you with it, you still just die. So it's like, but then at the same time, I don't have like defensive options like a shield or something to just let them hit it, swing it, and just hit them. Hitboxes on most of the stuff is just like really big to the point where it's hard for me to picture where I actually can space to punish things. I feel like that over time that would change. I played the game for like 19 hours or something over 2 days, and it's still like it was hard for me to figure out where stuff ends on some moves just because like hitboxes feel really weird to me.
I mean that's that's all very fair criticism. I'm not saying that anybody here, because all of us have brains, can articulate what they don't like about that game in terms of a quality standpoint. But if you look on Twitter, these niggas are tripping. You know, they're hating. Speaking of hating, we got Roger in the call. What's good, Roger? What is something you hate on right now, bro? Go give us whatever. What are you feeling in your heart right now?
It's not MULTIVERSUS, I'll tell you that right now. I just streamed for like 3 hours and I love it.
Yes, sir.
I can't stick around long. I got to edit this video. I got to start packing for Combo Breaker and doing a whole bunch of stuff.
So you're going to Combo Breaker?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Hell yeah, boy.
Oh, so you go to Combo Breaker?
Yeah.
I was pointing at Viram too.
Hell yeah, boy.
I would have gone, but I like literally realized it was on like this weekend, like in terms of like Memorial Day weekend. So I was like, that's cap.
Wait, can I real quick though get out something about this game? And I'm going to talk about it in the video that I'm putting up too. But like, I feel like people who are Melee fans probably got what they wanted out of Nickelodeon, but weren't happy with the budget aspect of it, right? Like the fact that there was no voice acting, there wasn't like the standard music, but like the technical basics, the fundamentals of the gameplay were there with that Nickelodeon game. And I feel like this one is a little looser, but that works for me because as I described it on my stream, like I'm a casual hardcore Smash fan. And what I mean by that is I prefer playing Smash with items off, right? But I also enjoy Smash for what it is. I like the goofiness and like the zaniness of it. And I also appreciate Smash for the crossover aspect. And I feel like they nailed in Multiverses the characters and the worlds that they come from in the game. Like, I love that when I go on the Batman stage, it has the music from the animated series, and it then sometimes will transition into doing like the Dark Knight music. I love that. And it's such a minor thing, but it's something that really does add a lot to the overall feel of Multiverses. I also think that it nails the pick up and play aspect because that's something that like I feel like if you're a technical Smash player, you're really going to enjoy Nickelodeon, but I feel like some of the characters, at least in Nickelodeon, did not feel like Smash characters to me. It felt like they were trying to make fighting game characters in a Smash Brothers style, and Taz, Bugs Bunny, Arya actually too, very much like a Fire Emblem character. I
gotta stop you there. I gotta stop you there. I gotta stop you there. Yes, because like, okay, for a casual player, I think Multiversus is probably extremely fun. Like, if you're just playing it to have fun, like if I play it with friends in doubles, it's pretty fun. If I'm trying to like play and learn stuff in that game, it gets frustrating to me just because like I said earlier, I don't know if you heard it, like I'm trying to punish someone who's just throwing out this move, but it's like their hitbox is not very obvious to me where it is. Then they throw out the move, I dodge the move, but then they can immediately throw another move. Or, hey, look, here's this character that has armor on a bunch of moves. And they can just, that player is just going to keep cycling through armor moves. Well, it's like, well, you use a purple move to break it. Well, my character doesn't have that. So, like, what am I supposed to do there? I don't know. And then, like, Wonder Woman in general is kind of annoying to play against because, like, shields and stuff are just so good in that game because you don't have a defense. Like, you don't really have a defensive option. So if someone has a shield and is running at you pressing buttons, can't really do anything back. Then you're playing doubles, there's no team attack, but it makes sense for how they want you to play the game. But then two characters stand on top of each other and start swinging, and you can't do anything because you're just getting comboed.
I cannot speak for doubles at all. I've literally only played 1v1 so far, so that much I can't speak on. But just in terms of 1v1, like Nickelodeon, I was done after an hour. Like I turned it on. I got paid to literally do a Nickelodeon stream, and I couldn't stream for more than an hour. Like, whereas this, thankfully Mike sent a code over and I was playing with it and I thought it was just going to be like a quick 1 hour little thing in between streaming some other games, and I ended up losing myself in it and not doing half the other stuff I wanted to do on stream today because I liked it so much. Again, I think for me, the polish and the budget and like the characters feeling like the actual characters matters more to me than the technical aspect right now, because I feel like this is a closed alpha. They're going to listen to people who want to change and want to make it a more technical game. I think they are. I think they're going to listen. We're very early on
at this point. There's been too many betas that came out that have barely changed. Like I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wrong about this, but I can't.
No, okay. So I can definitely speak because
that's totally valid.
I can definitely speak on this because I was in the redacteds. Like, the difference between first alpha to second alpha to this one is jarring with a lot of these characters. Like, moves have changed, hitboxes have changed, the speed of the game, which, as you guys all know, is like, to change this fundamentally how fast or slow a game plays is really fucking hard. It's really hard to do that, and that was the biggest complaint from the first alpha. In the second alpha, they kind of worked on it, but that's because it's such a monstrous change they couldn't get to it. But like,
typically to do that, you have to change how every character individually operates. You have to change all of their physics.
Correct. This game, let's put it this way, this game, 1v1, was unplayable 1v1.
Really?
It was unplayable. not unplayable literally, but like it was so not fun. Like nobody did it. But now it's so much more fun because they actually sped up the game significant, like not a little, like I immediately was able to tell immediately how fast the game is comparatively.
Yeah,
now.
The movement is awesome.
Like,
I think that's the other thing too, is with the PlayStation Battle Royale game, or with like Nickelodeon, well, not really Nickelodeon as much, but PlayStation for sure. I feel like they tried to deviate too far from the Smash formula to be different enough. And I feel like the small change of just not having grabs, and that there's some characters that command grabs, but it's not like the triangle of attack, grab, and shield. And it's really more about like mobility and attacking. It makes it feel like a very different game than Smash, which it is. While at the same time, if you're a Smash player and you just turn on legacy controls, it's going to feel very, very similar to you.
No, it doesn't.
It does to me.
It most certainly does not. And I'm saying that as someone who's played way more Smash and did that, and it's like, oh, this is still pretty messed up.
Really?
I think, for me, I think a lot of what makes it feel a bit strange is just that there's a lot in terms of how the movement works, and I appreciate what they've done in that regard. You know, there's clearly been a lot of care put into how they want the movement to function. But for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the overall lack of weight and kind of momentum that that makes not only just Smash but various other fighting games feel satisfying to move around in. Just characters are very, very floaty, and I get why they did that. Again, they want it to be a much more aerial focused game, but for me personally, it made the overall kind of navigating with the characters feel a little bit loose, a little bit too loose for my liking. And also, character physics don't feel super different. Like Superman, for instance, it's probably the slowest character in the game, aside from how fast his dodge rolls are. But like, he doesn't feel that different to, say, Finn, who's meant to be one of the faster ones. Whereas, you know, you go into, say, Smash, and the difference between Ganondorf and Sonic is night and day. You don't you don't have to even touch those characters to be able to tell.
Well, I notice a lot, actually, because I play Finn and Superman, and I could definitely tell. Like it's so much more.
The difference is definitely there, but I feel like it's not as stark as I think I'd like it to be.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I assume they all had the same speed because I couldn't tell.
They do not have the same walk speed.
Yeah, they all felt like Wario and Smash Bros to me.
I was gonna see Taz felt like Wario to me. Arya did not. Arya felt like a Fire Emblem character to me.
I don't know. See, that I don't know, because she is way too much shit. But like,
yeah, she does nothing. Nothing that she does is what a Fire Emblem character does.
Like, if you said Harley Quinn, I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Harley Quinn? Wait, how?
Because Harley Quinn, with the way in terms of her normals and the range she likes to play, she plays a lot like Lucina. In terms of her normals, yeah.
See, I gotta get back into this.
And that character's broken. But that's beside the point. That character's insane.
Dang. All right, well, I got to bounce. I can't stick around, but I wanted to say I am very much team MULTIVERSUS. I am enjoying myself certainly far more than I did with Nickelodeon All Stars, and I feel like if they tweak a few things, this is going to have a long shelf life for sure.
I will also say, this is actually kind of adding on to what you were saying before, Roger.
Yeah.
Considering that this is a closed alpha, I am very, and coming from somebody who is involved in game development, I am very, very impressed with the level of polish and detail for a closed alpha. Like, there are full release games that don't even come close to this level of overall polish. Like, this feels like a good reflection of what the full game could be. Like, independent of anyone's opinions or how the mechanics work, just the level of detail when it comes to the overall presentation, when it comes to how you're able to navigate through menus and just like the overall progression of the online. The fact that they have all the tutorials in there, you know, going from like DNF Duel's open beta, which had fucking nothing, to this game having the full tutorial mode, training mode, all the online stuff, multiple different modes for online. It's honestly very refreshing, and I definitely have to give kudos to the developers for that. They've done a good job in showcasing the game.
Just curiously, we are allowed to do videos, right?
Yes, NDA's
Yes.
gone.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's no NDA
Excellent.
on here. Yes.
Excellent. All right. Well, then I'm gonna go finish that and go eat.
All right.
I gotta bounce. But yeah, have an excellent show. I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of this.
There won't be
Shut
much
it down all
more.
day, man.
Later.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah.
See you on the weekend, bro.
Psych, there actually is an NDA. He about to get his ass got. We got him, boys!
He's lying.
So my hot take, right, is the part, because like the fact that it's so polished makes it very crazy to me that they're calling this an alpha. Like, but to me, it feels like the part of it that's an alpha is because like the offline stuff's probably not set. Like for instance, when you go and set your controls, you go into the options menu and set it, so it's like almost global. So like they still have to put in for different people to set their controls or tags or whatever. That to me is the part that feels like maybe they don't have this and we'll call it a beta yet. But like, the game itself feels
I cannot
just there.
speak too much, but I know like decently well somebody who knows on this game or who works on this game. This game is very much, even though I see what you're saying, this game is very much not done in terms of like they're still very much fine-tuning, reporting, like bug fixing, all this other shit. That's why they're being so transparent with a lot of their feedback, because they're actively working on it. Like now, because like, you know, they just have they're doing shit. Like they're
And
in terms from that's what they're focusing on is the mechanical gameplay. Everything else they know they have. It's literally the core game is what they're focusing on.
Yeah, and I can respect that a lot. I'm very glad that even though it might not be my cup of tea mechanically, at least right now, I can very much appreciate and respect just how much work it seems like the devs are putting into the game, and I think that's promising for the future, because I do want the game to do well. Because honestly, I just think the market needs more games like this.
yeah.
Zeph fucking hates it.
Huh? Yeah, I don't like it at all. It feels like, to me, it feels like what my friend said. I couldn't put my finger on it. He said it feels like everyone has the Tanuki tail item on from Smash Bros, and it makes me mad.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Mm.
I feel, but here's the thing too, Zev, and I was thinking, because you said that in the chat, I think, like a couple days ago or whatever, and I was thinking, I kind of see what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like if they tighten it, also you're crackling by the way, Zev. If they it's like they need to like a tighten it like a knot, like, you know what I mean, like one rotation, just bring everything tight a little bit more, and it's like that's that sweet spot. Like they're not far off from where the game, I feel like, where it's that. Because they definitely want it to be aerial based. They definitely want it to be a little bit floatier than Smash, for sure. That's obvious. But like, they're not far off where I think the game will have that kind of weight that you guys are talking about. Like, I can speak as someone who played before to now, where everyone was like, bro, this game is mad slow. Like mad slow. And they're like, oh, true? And then they fixed it. So like, if I feel like if they get a lot of the same feedback, mean like it's a little too floaty, then like I have no thing, like they're gonna tighten it up. Like, I'm not worried about that. But I think the important let's put it this way: it's weird to me. The things that are absolutely necessary for the game to do well and actually survive competitively, or even just as a casual game and make money, is not actually gameplay. It's characters, roster, originality, it's everything else. Because the gameplay is not necessarily like Roger and I like it a lot. Mike likes it a lot. Like at that point, it's a preference thing. It's only going to get better. But the other things that matter in terms of like making a successful game that no other game really has, with the exception of Nick, but they didn't have the money to do it, is roster and production. And like, they have that, obviously. Like, bro, there are so many things that are in this alpha. There are so many things missing from this alpha that I know exist that would like cause people to like shit their britches, bro. In terms from a cosmetic standpoint. Like,
are we allowed to talk about the data mine stuff, or will Warner Brothers come kill us?
I feel like Warner Brothers will come kill us.
Okay.
I don't want to end up like Hungry Box.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get Multiversus to give me a bag. Hey, yo, hit me up. Your favorite commentator right here. VRM2. I'll take a bag.
True.
I'll take a bag. You want the Japan Time commentary crew? You know what it is.
I also have to say that I dislike the perk system.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it, actually. I thought I was going to hate it. I don't mind it.
Like, for
Yeah,
okay, but for me, it's like I don't mind when it's something niche or interesting. So like, I was playing with a Superman I just met online, and we teamed for a while. We were doing really well, Superman, Batman, and he had the ice one because he wanted me to take it so we could stack freeze on people. And that one felt cool because then I felt like, okay, this is a meaningful thing that's going with my partner. The like base knockback increase, speed increase, jump height increase. I don't like changes to those things. Personally, I'd rather it be set so I can understand the height my character jumps on a given time. Because then if I play with a random person, they don't run the same shit I do, my character just feels worse for like a reason outside of my control. I don't like that.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's definitely a valid thing.
I actually would be totally okay if you just had the keystone too. Like if the competitive mode was like no other buffs but the signature perk.
Yeah, that would be fine to me.
Like I think in competitively you could do that for sure.
Oh, the other thing that I really like about this game, and even Smash doesn't do this.
Hey, did you do
is the fact-
your mini Cactuar jackpot?
I did, yes.
Oh damn it.
But yeah, the other thing that I really like is just the fact that like characters, when they get KO'd or they get KOs against each other or on the victory screen, they have direct quotes with like every other character. Like they actually address the other characters, and I think that really helps add to the overall crossover feel.
Yes.
And that's something that even Smash is lacking. You know, you don't have Sephiroth talking shit to Isabelle when he gets a KO versus her, or when he does a taunt. But in this game, that's already there. And I think that's really cool.
And it's crazy that the Shaggy skin with his uncle, if he's against another Shaggy, they actually interact. The skin interacts differently with Shaggy, and they say different things to each other.
Yeah, because they have a completely different set of voice clips.
Yeah. So like the level of polish of the game is definitely insane. Like all that stuff's really good. I had nothing. Oh, I think the music is pretty boring. I get
a lot of people were saying that. A lot of the music that I know is in the game is not there. I don't know why they picked that music, but I guess whatever. But the music in the game is good. I can vouch for that. Like I can say.
I understand that. It's just that's not what I get when I play, so I can't,
Right, of course. Well, yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mean, if they already hear that feedback and they're gonna change it, that's fine then.
No, it's not even that. It's just that it's not. It was in the other versions of the game. It's just it's not in this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they went with like very atmospheric stuff. So
yeah, I don't know why they did that, but they had
switched.
They had some fucking heat in the last one. That shit was hard. All right. By the way, everybody in the Chinatime chat, I'll be giving, since we're talking about multiverses and I think we're about to finish up talking about this goddamn shit, it's time. I'm gonna give away a code right now. Bow. Zeph, have you been playing that vampire game?
No.
Okay.
It looks like it has good movement, but I feel like it. Wait, are we talking about the shooter game or
not the shooter game? The V Rising.
No, I haven't. I played a little bit of the beta, but I don't think it's my style.
Yeah, I don't think it's definitely not for me either.
I like it a lot, but it reminds me of Terraria, and I play like Terraria basically every time there's like a big update. Me and my friends make a server and play that together. So this game is like, it's that, because I don't play like Rust and things like that, but like I like Terraria. This is an isometric game, and I really like isometric style games. So like a survival game in that setting is more fun. They make the vampire thing really interesting because they flip some things on its head. So like instead of the night being dangerous and the day being safe, it's flipped. It's where like if you go out during the day, you don't just die instantly. But if you sit in the sun too long, you will be set on fire and you will eventually die. So you have to like go from shade to get around. And then during night, you just do everything. I remember like a blood moon came across, and normally a blood moon's a really bad thing in a survival game. But actually, for you in the V Rising, it buffs you because in that game you are the monster. So like, I don't know, that game to me is fun. I enjoy it a lot. I like the progression. Like you go out, you hunt bosses, and like when you beat the boss, you take the blood from the bosses, and then you gain new abilities, and that's how you advance your character. So I have fun with it. I'm not done yet, but I got to keep playing more. But I like the game.
True.
There's some things they can change. Like right now, you have to collect paper or get random drops to get like upgrades, and unfortunately, like by the time you progress to the next area, you'll just be missing a bunch of upgrades from the last one unless you went and farmed paper. So I wish they changed that system.
Now, for the real Chinatown question, who about to go see that Buzz Lightyear movie?
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir!
Immediately.
Yes,
Day
sir!
one.
Yes, sir! Vero's my fucking guy, bro.
When does it actually come out?
It's the 17th of June, brother.
Yeah, I'll have to go see
It's
it.
time.
Really good.
But do you think it'll be better than Morbius? No, Morbius is the greatest movie ever made. However, it might, you know what I'm saying? It might fuck around and be alright then. It might be alright though, bro. Isn't that Chris Evans?
Yes. Instead
Of course it is.
Tim Allen.
I don't want Tim Allen as that Buzz Lightyear. I think it's actually funnier if he's only the toy one. Because that means that the toy one that means the toy one is like all the different toy Buzz Lightyears have different voices. I think that's funny. I think that's funnier. Like there's a Buzz Lightyear that's Samuel L. Jackson. Like that's a thing. There's one that's Kevin Hart, you know?
Bastard. Oh my god.
No, it's gonna be crazy. What you been playing, Zev? You been chilling, bro?
I'm just playing Genshin.
Are people like playing that game again? Because I've seen a lot of people play that game again. Like, what happened?
I just started playing it because my friends that I talked to all play it, and I was the only one that didn't, so I figured I'd try it. I don't think anything came out. I think there's a patch in like a week, but that's it.
Yeah, nothing like super majors coming to the game.
They started sponsoring like crazy, I guess. I'm really like... I've been playing... So like ever since the Overwatch 2 thing, like I've been playing a lot more Overwatch, and that game fun as hell. And I think, and like, it just sucks that it's owned by Blizzard. That's really it.
It's like a double-edged sword because I feel like Overwatch wouldn't be what it is without Blizzard, but yes, it is also what it is because of Blizzard.
Correct.
So yeah.
Story time on Chinatown. Look, man. Roger out here, bro, giving us stories about. Oh, in case anybody's been wondering where Ricky's been, Ricky, I can't really talk about his exact location right now as his legal counsel. What I can tell you is that he's safe in an undisclosed location, and he will be returning once the coast is clear. That's really all I can say at this particular moment. Because if I say anything else, it might put him and those he loves in danger. So, unfortunately, that's all I can say at the moment. No,
Oh.
Viram.
2 days ago, I think. Yeah, 2 days ago now. I have
Well,
pictures.
at least
I
I
can
got the
post
double.
later. My house got shot at, so that was cool.
Oh,
What?
jeez.
What?
And my neighbors and the ground outside.
Bro,
I
what?
have pictures of it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Like, what? Are they looking for you? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. The cops have been like in the area nonstop. It's been pretty fucked up. I have a picture. Hold on.
Bro, what? Yo,
Um,
the streets are hot for Zeph, bro. The streets are fucking hot.
This was outside my house with caution. It's the caution tape, I guess. I don't know what it is, but all those little things are
Yeah.
bullets.
All those casings? Oh my god.
Jeez.
Here's this. Don't put this on stream because
No, of course.
But
I'm not putting any of this on stream. Bro, what?
yeah,
Oh,
That's
yo.
nuts.
Bah, 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 bah. You know, if I was gonna make a side bet as to whose house was getting shot up first, it's definitely not Zeph's. Like, I would not bet. I'd lose that bet.
I live in a really shit area, so it's high likelihood of it happening.
I mean, okay. Yeah, but also, like, it'd definitely be Ricky first.
Yeah,
It would be like Ricky, then Kos. Then Shofu, then Roger. Actually, no, it would go Ricky, then Fidel, actually. Ricky, because
if Shofu
he's...
never moved, he'd be on the top of the list.
Correct. No, it's... Okay, so it's actually Ricky first because he's Ricky, and it's actually Fidel second because I'm the one shooting. I'm the one coming up with the heat. I still don't know who that guy is. I still don't know who he is.
He's a living, breathing meme.
I just don't understand. Like, who is that guy? All right, let's go ahead and answer some questions real quick. If you got a question in chat, now is the time.
Either post in the chat or in the viewer questions channel in the Japan Times server. We'll be looking at both.
You got 15 minutes. And we're done. The roster questions about MULTIVERSUS or Project L. Not gonna answer either of those.
There's been I don't know if anyone here eats Jif, but there's been a callback on Jif.
Like
Peanut
what?
butter.
That's tough. I eat Smuckers though because I'm lazy.
Here, it's like tainted or something.
It's
I don't know
tainted?
what that means. I
Not
don't
the
know what that
tainted
means.
nut
No.
butter.
Not the tainted GIF. Corrupted.
It's sinned. Not the tainted nut butter. That's tough.
Here's the
Thou
key
shalt
if you
not
wanna know
indulge
if
in
you've
the
been
nut butter.
Facts.
infected by Jif.
That's
Check your
tough.
serial numbers.
Not death by Jif.
A salmonella outbreak. What?
Now,
How
yeah.
did that happen?
What is your favorite peanut butter based food? Mine is either peanut butter and vanilla wafers, or peanut butter and Ritz. Peanut butter and Ritz is nice, very nice. Nutter butters are crazy. Reese's are also crazy. Deep fried Uncrustable, you're literally a subhuman. Please leave. Turn off your computer. You sick fuck. Peanut butter and apples, classic.
I like Butterfingers.
Butterfingers. I never like Butterfingers, but I get it.
I just like my peanut butter on toast or as an ingredient for like a satay sauce.
We're fine
Like
as
a
hell.
peanut sauce for chicken.
Boy, out here talking about, I'm gonna make this sauce. Knowing
If
that
you use
Gen
peanut
9.
butter to cook, you're advanced.
Right. Yeah. Knowing
I
that
just
Gen
like
9.
cooking my...
Knowing that Gen 9 is coming late 2022, we are going to Hopefully see a whole bunch of awesome new Pokemon, but over the last decade, who is your favorite Pokemon of all time and why? Mine's obvious. Mine's very obvious. Chat, let them know. Everyone knows mine. But
Hell yeah.
Right now it's Cinderace for me.
You all know
changes
mine
per
as
gen.
well, and if you don't,
you're not
what
fake.
have you been doing?
Fake fan.
Fake for hella fake.
I do like the whole form thing. I feel like it's kind of lazy, but like it's cool though, so they get away with it. You know what I mean? Like instead of making more fire new Pokemon, they just reuse old designs and edit them, and like copy my homework but change it a little bit so the teacher don't notice type beat. Like,
I think it's good when it's Pokemon that need it. Like, I think a good contender would be, since we're getting Spain, would be Seal. Because that Pokemon was outclassed the region, the game it was added in.
that's true.
They added Dugong and Lapras in the same game.
That's tough. Dugong's water ice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough. I think if we're doing Spain, we should get a new version of Starmie.
I want to see a fire type flamenco dancer Jinx.
We should have got that in Alola, to be honest.
Well, we got a flamenco dancer in Alola. we
Fine.
got
Yeah, we got
Oh, true.
Oricorio.
Boo!
I don't think they'll ever touch Jinx again, sadly.
Yeah, they basically forget that it exists.
Mm.
Even with its purple skin, I feel like they don't want to acknowledge that Pokemon. Like it's been consistently left behind. Mr. Mime got an Ice evolution that could have been a counterpart to Jinx evolution. Electivire and Magmortar happened.
Yep.
Jinx got left alone.
Yeah, no, you're right. Need the Tauros alt? Yeah, I think Tauros. Yeah,
Taurus evolution.
it's a
I think.
Tauros. Yeah, it is a Tauros evolution.
All I'm saying is if regional variants happened like 2 gens earlier, we would have had Bouffalante as a Tauros regional variant.
That's true.
Probably,
That's
yeah.
sad. That's sad, but it's true.
I know they're different animals, but I don't think it matters.
We'll see. I mean, we should be getting a Pokemon Presents in the next month. I'd be surprised if we didn't.
You know what would be cool, actually, instead of Jinx for that idea, is they could salvage, since it's technically would be close to, because it's Kalos, they could salvage Aromatisse and make it a Flamenco fire type or something.
I say we just delete it.
Pokemon is so fucking bad.
I say we just delete it. No?
Yeah.
I'm down with just
I'm down
deleting
for
it.
that.
Yeah. Honchkrow for sure is gonna be a big thing in that game.
It'd be cool if Cacturne got a form.
Mm.
I don't know if... Hold on.
All I know is if Ludicolo not in this game for real, I'm literally never gonna play Pokemon again. And I'm not even joking. I don't care if it's racist. You can't go to an Hispanic region and not have the Pokemon in a poncho. I'm sick. I'm going to be sick. I'm throwing my computer out the screen, out the fucking window. Like, that's what's happening. What is, this is from Brian in the Discord. Also, chat, remember, please go ahead and use, if you have a question, go ahead and put it in chat. We'll get to it when we can. If you really want to make sure we get to it, use the Discord. What's your favorite game that you would never play again in your life?
Xenoblade.
I don't know. That's hard because when I like something a lot, I get obsessive over it.
I'm just gonna equate it to the game that I like the most that I never would play again. Kingdom Hearts 1. Probably. I really love Kingdom Hearts 1, but it's like it did not age well from a gameplay perspective, in my opinion. So I just don't want to play it again. Like, I want to keep it where it is.
Yeah, I hated it when I played it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure if I played it again, I would hate it. Which is why I don't play it again.
That's like my fear with Xenoblade, because like that Xenoblade 1 is like one of my favorite games of all time. I think 2 is a better game, but 1 is just such a special thing to me. So I got DE, and then I realized, oh, it's not actually a remake, it's a remaster, and then I haven't played it yet because I'm worried I'm gonna play it and not like it.
Oh, P5. Two.
I was thinking of
P5.
P5, but
Yeah, I'll never play that game again.
I
probably.
love Persona 5, especially Royal. I love it. I'm never playing it again.
yeah, it's a very long, exhausting game, but very, very good. And like for me, it's not a case of I'll never play it again, but like I'm definitely not playing that game for years.
Yeah, like let's put it this way, I'm never playing that game the way I played it the first time. Which was like consuming it 5 hours a day at minimum. Like just in chunks. Cause like I was like, yeah, like I was in it. Like I can never no. It's not a thing. Let me look here. I loved Deathloop. I'm never playing Deathloop again. I feel like Deathloop has some of the worst replayability, but like that's on purpose, which is weird. Indivisible.
That's a good one.
That's
a very good one.
I love Indivisible. I'm never playing it again. I'm never playing it.
They even had like a New Game Plus patch, and I was like,
no,
nah, I'm good.
Right, and Virab, you love Indivisible. Like,
yeah, dude, like I had Ajna as my Discord avatar for ages. I was like, this character's fucking awesome. I love this game, and yeah, I don't think I would play it again though.
No. Yeah, so I would say, for me, it would be Kingdom Hearts, Indivisible, Persona 5 Royal, are like my top 3, in no particular order, of games that I love and I adore. I would never play again. That's a really great question. Twitch asks, also, chat, you have another 7 minutes if you want to ask another question in chat. You know, the more I think about it, the more I don't need to play Guardians of the Galaxy again. That's another good one. I loved that game. I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. Never played again. Twitch, I don't know what you mean by this. When you ask what's the worst game genre, that's subjective. That's not a question. Like, that's a question, but it's not like a question that we can answer. I'm not going to. Let me look here, scroll this through again. Well, we go to the Japan Time Twitter too. Let's scoop up some of these. You probably answered this question before, but what video game series you wish had not flopped?
Had not flopped.
Evolve. I don't know if anybody in chat remembers Evolve, but it was the asymmetric. It was made by Turtle Rock, the guys who made Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead, and they tried to make an asymmetric game that was competitive, where you would have 4 players playing as a team of 4. You would have 1 player playing as the monster. I loved that game. I was going to commentate that game, as in, like, I was in talks with people to commentate that game at a competitive level. I was really invested in the scene. I got really, really good. Nobody played it. Same thing with Knockout City, actually. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
same thing with Knockout City, actually. But my thing is that with Knockout City, it's literally their fault. If the game had just been free to play, which I know is a big risk, but if the game has been free to play, then that game would still be alive today, because the game is so fucking good. I'm convinced. It's so good. It's such a good game from a gameplay perspective. It's so unique that the fact that it didn't do what it did, what it was supposed to do, that's the studio's fault and the publisher's fault.
Team Sonic Racing. But
Yeah, that's a game they definitely could have done more with.
like patches or anything. They just like released it. I think I got a single bug fix patch, and that was it.
I had something in my mind.
I wish Mario and Luigi didn't die, because now we have no proper Mario RPG. Yes.
Actually, in a similar vein to what McDareth said, it would have been nice if they actually evolved the Sonic Riders formula instead of fucking burying it with Free Riders and that being the last game that they ever make for that, because it's such a cool concept for a Sonic racing game, on them being on hoverboards and stuff, and with the right kind of adjustments to the controls and the right kind of accessibility options, it would have been really, really great. But unfortunately, they made a fucking Kinect game instead.
So I actually went back and played a little bit of Riders for some B-roll footage for a video, and like I didn't fully grasp it as a kid, but going back and playing it, I was like, oh, I'm actually enjoying this, figuring out how this works. So, yeah, it'd definitely be cool to see them take another shot at that.
Now the correct answer, actually, is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's the correct answer.
That's definitely
that game literally killed one of the most popular fighting game franchises of all time.
I tweeted about this the other day, and I think that game was a victim of unfortunate timing, because if that game was released in its current state today with better marketing than what it had, it would have done much, much better.
True.
Yeah.
Much, much better, because they could market it around the fact that it has good netcode. They could really like hyper focus on the gameplay and just be like, okay, we have a much more kind of concise but free form Marvel versus Capcom experience, and I think it would have done a lot better and people would still be playing it.
This might be a hot take too. I actually enjoy and find it more engaging the gameplay for Marvel Infinite than Marvel 3. I love the gameplay. I love the gameplay from Infinite. It's so fluid, it's so cool. I love the tag system. I love the fluid tags. Like it's
What's so going on in here, man?
And we just talking shit about shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing, bro? You watching the Heat get smacked up?
I had it on, but I wasn't really watching.
Yeah, well, neither were the Heat. We were just talking shit, bro. We're talking about what game series you wish hadn't flopped. You got one?
MULTIVERSUS. That game trash as hell.
Game not even out yet. It hasn't flopped yet.
I just like that was such clear bait. Like that was just such like I hate Shofu.
It crossed my mind wisdom meal, but
Pokken didn't flop.
Yeah, it didn't flop. That's
it flopped as in, see, obviously it didn't flop in sales, but was that what we're really talking about?
Yeah, but it had a scene for a long time and then it died off. I wouldn't call that a flop. A flop is it comes out and it's just like dead.
No, a flop is it comes out and it's fucking trash.
That's cap.
That's what a flop is to me.
But that's not what that word means.
A flop is it squandered all of its potential. It's gone.
But it had stuff. It had stuff going for it. You had
so you telling me Pokken didn't fucking flop?
I know. I don't think it flopped. I think it could have been better. I'll agree with you there, but I don't think it flopped.
But flopped by what? Did it make a bunch of money? Right? Did it make a bunch of money?
I'm not talking about sales. That's what I just said. Because we're talking about sales, and a bunch of games that ended up being caught didn't flop. Like I'm talking about the general consensus, the expectation.
there was I would agree with you if it had like barely anyone playing it, but I get
It
a lot of
did
people.
have barely anyone playing.
No,
it.
hold
Bro,
on.
the fucking biggest fucking tournament had like 60 people at it. Like, what are we talking about?
No. Evo was the biggest. There's way more than
No,
that.
I said
Evo.
the biggest tournaments. I'm not talking about Evo, where like half the people that entered the tournament didn't play. By the way,
I mean, the biggest. No, trust me, I know that. But the biggest Poketours had more than 6. That's like recent numbers is like 60. Biggest was more than that. I don't have an exact number, but I know for a fact it was more than that.
Damn, Cyberpunk? That's a flop. Cyberpunk is a flop.
Cyberpunk is definitely
That's a flop. That's a flop by every metric.
That's independent of sales too. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying that's sales and
people bought that game. What?
A lot of people refunded it.
Most only because it didn't work, but they still bought that shit. They only refunded because they were given the option. If not given the option, they would have had to hold it.
No, because a lot of people bought it on PC, right? So they just refunded it.
I mean, yeah, PC.
Yeah, so like most people bought it on PC actually.
Was it on Steam?
Was it not? That's how I played it. I think.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I still remember. Was it?
I played it on
Epic
Steam.
Games Store, or maybe you played it on Steam, and maybe not. Then
It was on Steam. It was on PC. That's how I played it.
No, I know it was on PC. I was just specifically wondering. If
it was no, it was on Steam. Is what people were. Temtem? That's tough. No, because actually, I would not say Temtem flopped. I would not say that for the sole purpose is that Temtem had no expectations of doing well. Flop means that like you have an expectation of a certain number, like. But
what's the metric though?
Sales.
Sales only is a flop.
I mean, what other metric matters at the end of the day?
The game being good.
But if the game's good or not, it doesn't. From a flop, meaning that you put a lot of money into it, you come out and either nobody plays it or nobody buys it. That's a flop. When a movie flops, the movie comes out and nobody watches it.
I can't do anything with a movie but watch that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you don't eat, but you're not buying it, or buying it meaning that you don't pay to go see it.
But I'm saying like, to me, a flop could be sales or it could be the quality of the actual end product when I actually play that shit. How am I enjoying myself? Did this game that everybody had huge expectations for, and they bought because of the huge expectations? It was then a bad game. Does that mean that it didn't flop because they fucking lied to me in the trailers and shit? They lied to me and got me to buy this shit.
That's a good point.
Trash ass game.
That's a good expectations.
Bad reviews. Like if it's sold a lot and everybody bought it and then it gets a fucking 2 out of 10 on reviews, isn't that a fucking flop?
No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Expectations are a part of it. Expectations are for sure a part of it. Temtem had no expectations of doing well. Did Unite flop? No.
Yeah,
now it's trash, but I expected it to be trash.
No. Well, no. Whether it's trash or not, the game makes so much money. It doesn't matter.
The game makes a lot of money.
The game makes so much money. The quality of the game actually, like when you get to that point, the game makes so much money. It literally doesn't matter if it's good or not.
They literally put out skins at $40 and people still buy them. There's now a subscription thing.
I mean, even if it's a bad game, people play the shit out of it. So
right.
It still doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, another way that a game would flop is just like, even if it technically sells well as a number in a vacuum, if that number isn't enough to meet the development costs of the game, it's a flop. Like the Avengers game, for instance, that sold like 3 million, but because that's a huge AAA title that needed to sell a lot more than 3 million, it was a flop.
It was a flop.
Like if some niche indie title sold 3 million, that would be a roaring success.
Yeah.
Like how much did Hades sell?
Relative.
Like Hades sold a shit ton.
That's a good question.
Well, Stardew Valley recently was made by one man and it sold 20 million copies overall.
Like, Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Platforms.
Hades sold over 1 million copies.
Yeah, that's amazing for an indie title.
That's really good, and it's getting like 90. Like it's getting 90 plus on Metacritics. Like
That's what I'm saying. I think that matters more than anything.
I don't know if it matters more than, yeah.
They play. It's hand in hand.
Yeah, it's hand in hand, for sure. I definitely like. I think it definitely matters. Like let's say that Kirby game comes out and nobody buys that shit. That's a big ass flop.
Yeah, that's facts.
But like, if fucking,
I guess it depends on the resources they have to like market it and all that too. I've seen 1,000 trailers and everybody's excited and I can't avoid this game. And then that shit's
was that Nick game a flop?
Yes.
Yeah.
They made a little bag off it, I'm sure, but that shit is definitely not good. Nobody plays it anymore at all.
Okay, well,
got 10 people
what matters more, if nobody plays it or if it's good or not?
I feel like people would play it if it's good.
People play Unite.
But that doesn't apply to everything.
Yeah,
course,
people play Unite.
No, I didn't say people only play good games. But I'm saying if that game,
is good, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, look at you. You know what I mean? Like
the 24.
What you mean? What do I mean?
Was 76 players.
You played like 2 good games.
76 players in what?
Wait, what?
The last
in 24 hours.
That's tough.
Well, okay. Well, to be fair, let's be honest. Most people playing on Nickelodeon at this point are playing cracked versions of the game. Like they're playing not legal versions of the game. They're playing fucking super duper cracked versions of that game. That's just like. I'm trying to think. What was the last big ass? Oh.
Oh yeah,
Because that's the thing. Like if multiverses.
Oh, that's a good one.
You said what?
Balan Wonderworld.
I have no idea what that is.
It was that platformer released by Square Enix and Yuji Naka, and it was fucking horrible.
That's tough.
Yeah, the one button game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and when it comes to a flop, I think there is definitely an order of operations: sales, player retention, and then quality. I think quality's third. Like, that's the last thing you consider because, like, number one thing is sales. First. Did the game sell? Yes or no? Because if it didn't sell, then it's a flop no matter what. Okay, cool. It sold it sold an amount to where not to be considered a flop. Then after that, okay, are people playing the game actively at the moment? Yes or no? No, well then it flopped. Yes. Okay, then it didn't flop. Then if the game is super duper ass, it doesn't matter because people are playing it and it sold. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it just so happens the fact that most people don't play games that are ass that sold very, like, there are not many games that do that. That can be ass, sell, and keep players. Like, it's not a rare thing. Or that is a rare thing. It's not like a thing.
Pokemon can do many things.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Masters, I think that game is also not very good, but it still gets money.
I don't understand how you can call a gacha game good or bad.
I mean, I play a lot of them.
But what I'm saying is, like, at some, like, a gacha game is a gacha game. Like, they're all basically the same thing. Like, they're all
no, but there's different things that you do in them. So, like, okay, so the main issue with Masters is like they were very much trying to be another game I played, Grand Blue. A lot of stuff was very similar to that game, but in like a game like Grand Blue, you have 6 elements. So characters are within 6 elements. But Masters, you have every single Pokemon type, so it's like 18 or something. So at the start, trying to make a team to do content, and you have to pull, and there's 18 types, like that's ridiculous to start. Then later on in the game, Pokemon come out like Red that just shits on everything. So it's like, okay, well, half the shit doesn't matter now. So to get around there, like, okay, now you have to make teams based on regions. So again, you're kind of gated to needing people of each region to be able to do content. And like the content in the game is kind of boring. You go through, you farm it for a bit, and then you like stop. Which, yeah, a lot of gacha games are like that, but normally like you're pushing to something. Masters is just like, here's this event we put in that you farm for a little bit to get more stuff to sit on, because half the characters we made were really bad.
Look, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't give a fuck about any of that. All my characters got voice acting. That's all I give a shit about. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
No, I like that they had voice acting, but like, I don't know. I play games in a competitive mindset almost always. I want to progress. I want to make characters stronger. So like, if I get a game and it doesn't let me do that or limits me in doing that in some way, I lose interest.
Really?
You know, Evolved was really fun to watch, and it sucked. It flopped. I agree. Wii U was the Wii U a flop?
Yes.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, I mean they lost money on it, right?
Yeah.
So like,
and it sold so much worse than the Wii, which they tried to just piggyback off of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, regardless if it's good or bad, it didn't sell. So. No More Heroes 3 flop.
Fuck that game.
That's crazy. I think Ashoka was really. I've never seen him excited for a game before, bro.
I didn't even finish it.
That's what I'm saying. He really hurt, bro. Ashoka was so sad, bro.
I didn't finish it either. That shit was ass.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Knockout City was like.
I don't even know if it was ass because I couldn't fucking see nothing.
That's crazy.
I got to this one boss and it like has 1,000,000 HP and one shots you, so I decided that was enough for me.
I mean, that's standard.
Is it?
Yes. You gotta fucking dodge, man. Whatever the fuck it was, I don't know what you're talking about.
How can you dodge? How can you dodge if you can't see?
It was a really boring shit boss. I just didn't want to do it.
How can you dodge if you can't see?
The camera angles in that
Use your
fucking
mind.
game, bro. I could never see what the fuck was about to hit me or what I was trying to hit. It was insane. And then the overworld was crusty as hell. Oh my god.
Which sports flopped? Sure.
I don't even know about
Mario
that.
Golf? I don't know.
Which sports flop? It's not even. It's too early to even say that. What?
I don't even know how much
Ain't
it
been out
sold.
that long. Right. Where are the numbers at?
You know what console game probably made more money than any other game other than Skyrim? It's probably Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That game has made infinite.
That game is the opposite of a flop.
That game has made infinite dollars. Sometimes I'm like, bro, people are still buying Mario Kart 8? These niggas gotta be lying. There's no way. How does everybody not own that game? That's crazy. Which sports sold very well? I don't even know that. Like, I can't. Nor do I really care. That game looked like ass. GTA 5 got to be. Oh wait, no, I forgot about GTA 5. GTA 5 is made. Well, does GTA 5 even make money?
Yes.
Yeah, you can buy like paid currency.
Okay.
GTA Online has made them a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you make money from GTA like online? Is that subscription based or is it like?
You can like put in real world money to get money in the game and get stuff.
But
so
to
people
play
put in
GTA
money to buy
Online,
cars.
is it a subscription based? You just buy?
No. If you own GTA, you can play GTA Online, but GTA
Oh.
Online has tons of microtransactions.
Oh, okay. Bro, Spellbreakers? Please don't talk about Spellbreakers.
Oh my god.
I forgot about that.
Please don't talk about it. It shows up.
Spellbreakers.
It is a mage based what are they called?
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. Where you have spells.
Shit.
I played it, it was okay, but it wasn't great. But it always, now that it's like revamped and people are working, like, it's an Epic Game Store shit, so. Godfall? I was gonna play the shit out of Godfall. That's fact. Realm Royale?
That's just high res being stupid. As usual.
Okay, but where my Odyssey at? Not my Odyssey. Where my what's that shit called that we used to do that was fun as hell? The Adventures? Is that what they were called?
What the hell are you talking about?
In Smite, bro, where we used to like there was like
oh yeah, adventure mode. Yeah,
that shit was hard, bro. They haven't done that shit forever, bro. They drop it a bag.
I don't know why the fuck they didn't bring it back.
That shit fire.
It's been forever too since the last one.
That was the last time I had fun playing Smite. Bro, when the hell Advance Wars dropping?
Probably sometime at E3.
When the war is over?
Jesus. That's a fucking crazy thing to say.
Nah, he's right though. He's being insane, but he's right. He's right.
The thing is, the war's never gonna end, so they're gonna need to release it eventually.
That's true. That one game that Twitch made, Hyperscape, is that the one where like the chat could like pick your whatever?
Yeah, that's
That
the
shit was
Ubisoft
funny
one.
as hell.
Yeah, Twitch didn't make that. That was Ubisoft. Yeah.
Of course it was.
Yeah, like the idea of having full chat integration sounds cool unless people aren't playing your game or watching your game. Then all that system does nothing.
All right, I'm going to give away a code.
That must really suck. There's a feeling for a developer when you create a game that's supposed to be like a service game and like there's no service.
Yeah.
There's no player base to provide the service to.
I feel like hopefully more games are moving away from live service because like I don't know, it became a big thing, but the thing is you're competing for everyone's time. So a bunch of people are playing some other live service game and you make your own live service game. It's like, well, why am I going to play yours over someone else's? But if you just make a game and then add stuff on top of it, that could be fun.
Sick.
Yeah, I agree.
Now he is a sub, so he gets double the he gets double the chance. I'm still sick that you won. Let me get this. Let me get this for you. At me in the Discord and I'll DM you. Yeah, just ping me on Discord in our server and I'll DM you. You have 4 days to play this game. I just can't wait to play Static Shock.
That's gonna be fire. LeBron James.
What if LeBron James is like bottom tier? That should be funny as hell.
He's either bottom tier or broken. I don't think there's any in between.
Somebody was saying the craziest shit ever, bro. They were like, bro, what if they made LeBron James, but then they put a Michael Jordan skin over LeBron James?
Oh my god.
I think they should.
That shit would be funny as hell.
Them get upset about it. That'd be really nice touch.
That would be the funniest shit of all time. The Jordan palette swap would be crazy.
Waiting for these Garnets to stop being able to smash their face on their controller. Her damn hitboxes annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Oh, also, the stages in that game drive me up a wall. Scooby-Doo's gotta go.
Get it? Because it's all walls on every stage.
I get it.
Yeah.
So what? What are you talking about?
MULTIVERSUS.
Bro, that fucking, what is it, Scooby-Doo's Mansion?
Yes,
that stage is fucking trash, bro. Oh my god.
I hate it. I hate going there because I'm Batman. I have to kill off the top. Here's giant walls, so there's only one space in the middle. So it's like, okay, I guess I just lose.
Bro, break the wall. What are you doing?
Bro,
bro, hit the lever.
No.
Hit the lever, spike him, bro.
You break the wall, but you're not killing anybody from the middle of the screen.
My whole goal is to kill people off the top. Kill people down.
All I'm saying, bro, is you can hit that lever in the top right, and spike them. You feel me? Like,
yes, but then also on any other stage can do my normal shit and they die. But on this stage they just live, and then I just get killed off the side.
They got
okay.
That stage is really, really bad.
No, that stage is like. That stage is a stage I would only play in like a private lobby because it's funny. But like I would never want that stage to pop up in a rotation online on ladder. But like that's like 80% of all Smash stages, so it's like I get it.
I could understand that in more stages.
At this point, I'm not even equating it to Smash at all, just because I know it's pretty unique in its own right. But regardless, that stage is fucking.
No, that stage is ass. That stage is ass. That stage is ass. I don't want it in my rotation. That's a ridiculous thing.
I kind of also hope they move away from the whole vertical horizontal hybrid system because like it sucks that your character just can't kill off the side or just can't kill off the top just because. Like I get characters are better at one or the other, but just being bad.
What are you saying?
Because like they have the classes.
About the perks, right?
not even the perks. I already said I don't really like the perks, but like how like Batman's, for instance, is vertical. Tasmanian Devil is like horizontal. Let's say I think Superman's
when
about
you're saying
hybrid.
they're
So their moves are made to kill in one direction or the other, which is like I get that characters in all the games like this can do that, but it's like as Batman, the only way I kill anyone off the side is I have to go off stage and hit them off the side. I can't like I don't even have a forward smash attack to hit them strongly.
He has like there's no option with Batman to really kill somebody off the side of the screen unless you're off stage with like that kick or whatever. You're almost always gonna kill somebody upwards with Batman.
That's
unless
true.
You can use the grappling hook.
I use to kill off the side. I use grappling hook. I use down smash. I mean.
But down smash doesn't really kill. It's really weak. Like it sends them off, but doesn't kill them. That's what I mean. It'd be nice if I could kill them.
At some point, it should be able to kill.
I mean, down smash. The second hit of down smash, I'm killing like Harley Quinn at like 100, 105.
I have hit people higher than that.
I did it today.
Not dying, bro.
I did it today.
That person
on
held
stream
straight to the blast.
I did it like on stream today. Earlier
I
with
swear
TK.
to you, I hit someone at 140 and they did not die. They barely went anywhere.
I've also done it.
I swear to you.
That move doesn't really kill like that.
Okay, well then
I use it to get more damage when I jab somebody. I don't use it to kill somebody.
Okay, I can only speak on what I've seen and what I've done. So
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not even saying that you didn't do that shit. I'm saying typically that shit does not kill anywhere near.
I mean, I believe y'all.
50.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like
somebody with the uppercut or.
Let me think. Who like Batman's a really clear example of a character that like is ass killing horizontally, but he also has really good gimping. It's like,
but my thing is, like that would be such a huge bonus if it wasn't MULTIVERSUS, because to me, hitting people off stage is incredibly hard. With everyone having up to 3 jumps,
it is
up to 3 jumps, 2 air dodges. You can use 2 special moves. They get to the wall. They have an infinite jump back up to stage. It's very hard to gimp people in this game.
What I've seen, the wall is actually like the most vulnerable place. Because like you can't really jump that far horizontally, and so they could just spike you. And everyone has a spike.
The thing about it is you can just mash jump.
You can, but they can just keep spiking you down. And you can't, it's not like you can tech the spikes. You'll eventually just keep getting pushed down.
On top of that, they fucking float right next to you when they do their down airs in that game.
Yeah.
They don't move.
Yeah,
they literally can float next to the wall and down air you for free.
I don't really have a problem spiking or like killing people. Like not to say that you don't or that it doesn't exist, but I'm saying that with the characters that I played,
you can get your ass beat right now. Like, real talk.
Don't
like,
do this.
Huh?
Don't do this.
I've been in the laboratory.
I'm him. Like.
No, you're not him.
I'm him.
When I'm done whooping your ass, change your motherfucking name.
I'm him, bro. like for example, right? Like you know how many characters like have like shit like no, actually that's not true. Like a lot of characters in the game I find have really good gimping options that people just don't know how to use correctly. Like Finn, no one does down smash at the ledge with Finn.
I've been hit by that, yeah.
A move while charging that shit too.
It's crazy. That move is
annoying.
mad good.
He can hit you on stage and carry you and spike you. It's a very
Shovu hates the game. I never said that. I never said that one time. I said that shit was trash. I don't mean I hate it. I think it's a fun game. Look at this guy.
Yeah, that's exactly how Shofu feels.
I made the distinction.
Exactly how Shofu feels about Smite.
Right.
Is exactly how he feels about 85 to 90% of the games that he plays.
But Smite not really that trash.
Come
it's
on,
more
bro.
like no, I'm saying it doesn't have to be trash. Like that game could be good if they weren't dumb.
Let's put it this way: it's more. I think it's more forgivable for MULTIVERSUS to be trash at this point than it is for Smite.
Yeah, that game's not even out yet.
That's what I'm saying.
They could fix that game. Could drop and be amazing.
I'm telling you right now. I was telling them earlier, Shovel, you were somewhere else. Bro, the difference between the first alpha and this alpha is crazy in terms of the speed of the game.
I believe it.
Like, you know how hard it is to change the speed of a game? Of a fighting game like this? That shit mad hard, bro. But they did that shit. They just need to tighten that. They just need to tighten that shit up. Oh, so you crafted now, bro?
Hell yeah, boy.
All right.
I need them to put in some defensive options. That's what I need.
I been said that. That's why I don't
Yeah.
think the game will last.
I don't think you need a shield. Actually, I think a parry's fine.
It doesn't.
It don't gotta be a shield.
I
It doesn't have to
hate-
be a shield. It just has to be anything besides a fucking dodge. Like anything else to help me get these dumbass gigantic moves off of me.
It can't be Rivals parry. I absolutely cannot stand the parry the way it was put into Rivals Vader. I can't stand.
I don't know. I don't remember Rivals at all, to be honest. I hated it. So
Yeah, Rivals also has no shield, no grabs, and the main defensive option is this weird parry that you get a successful parry and you can basically just kill them.
Yeah, but it's like there's
It's a
very
very-
little lag on it. It's so like the meta becomes it is like so people can just you're jump at someone, they can just press parry, and even if you try to bait it, they can just press a button afterwards because it's like no lag. It's like
Well,
so
I
that
think if
shit's
you
annoying.
have a parry on the ground that shares the invincibility meter with your air dodges, I think that's fine.
Man,
I'd rather just
I mean,
have a shield,
I
personally,
really-
but
I actually don't. I
don't care if there's a shield or not. It just has to be like whatever they decide. It just has to work for the game, whatever it
Right.
is. I just want more than one option, just more than one.
I just don't see
I
how
don't
this
want to
game
have
works
to
with a
dodge
shield.
everything in the direction or a spot like that. Shit's. I need more than that because there's so much shit I got to avoid in that game.
I don't.
also,
I don't see how it. I don't. I really honestly don't see how you could put a shield in this game and it work. Like it's designed to not have one.
Well, the fact that
you
the
can redesign
frame
it.
date on most moves is three hours, I also don't think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. A lot of moves last way too long, and I feel like put some lag on some moves, on something. I don't know.
But every move comes out like frame
Yeah.
50 in that game.
Yeah. So it's like you can't have it have end lag and a million startup frames.
That does not like to me. It doesn't feel like it's that much startup.
It's a lot.
Bro, you gotta be kidding.
Like there's no like it's a lot.
It takes Shaggy 3 minutes to pull out that sandwich, 20 more minutes to fucking throw it. All his moves are slow as hell, and I'm sure that's because of his Ultra Instinct. Like they got to balance it somehow.
Right.
That character is very, very, very slow when he
Yeah, but like to me, if everyone has slower startup, then to me it doesn't feel like this move is just slower than that. You get what I mean? Like if it's a universal
Speaking
thing,
comparatively over.
Okay, but I'm saying,
doesn't
okay, but
feel
what,
like
but
that.
what frame is your shield gonna come out? Is what I'm saying. That's if your shield comes out frame 1, you're gonna block literally everything all the time.
And if you're gonna have a shield, if everyone's gonna have a shield, then what the fuck Wonder Woman there for? What the fuck?
she
What
has
the?
armor.
What's Steven there for?
Well, yeah. What's Steven there for? Like,
I mean, I think their mechanics are also stupid. The
But
way
But
that
their,
game
but
works.
their mechanics are strong because there's no blocking.
Yes, that's what I mean.
yeah, but
it's like
that's their whole character though.
it's
It doesn't
just-
need to be a shield specifically. Like it doesn't have to be a Smash Bros type shield.
Right.
Yeah, I just want something.
that's what I
so
said.
like I could do something and punish people for just swinging all the time.
No, I
One
just-
v
right
ones-
now people just swing.
1v1 specifically are kind of like what depending on the matchup, it might damn near be impossible to get a hit in. on some
facts.
characters.
Facts. Facts. If I'm playing Finn, you're never hitting me.
Bro, I played against the fucking thing with Batman, and it's like any move I threw out just lost to
Yes.
anything that he did.
Yes.
It was insane.
Because I'm gonna hit you once, and I got my dollar bills, y'all. I'm gonna go shopping, and you're never beating me in the neutral ever. That shit funny as hell.
Like Finn and Jake and characters just dash at you with active hitboxes. I just throw a batarang, but then batarang gets stale, and it's like, well,
I mean,
that's
yes,
all
it
I
should.
got.
That move is battering is crazy.
Oh yeah, batarang's very good, but batarang also
that's
doesn't
another
kill
thing
you.
I don't like.
And
Why
meanwhile-
the fuck is Batarang forward and attack on the ground and then neutral attack in the air?
Yes,
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I hate that.
Mm.
Well, no, on the your controls are okay. So you've went to Legacy, right?
Yeah, that's why. That's
There's a
why.
setting. There's a setting in Legacy that makes it so if you're on the ground and you press forward and A, it switches your forward and A and neutral A.
That's what I
had to
did.
Turn that off.
That's what I
Oh,
did.
that's dumb.
Yeah, it's very dumb because I was trying to learn Batman. It's like, why do I keep throwing battering? And then I turn that off. It's like, oh, okay, that was really stupid. Why is this even
Like every controller issue is literally a setting in the game, so you could just change it to however you want. Like every
That-
the
I
game
think
the
that
game's
definitely should
controlling.
not be. That shouldn't be the default. 100%.
No,
If
I
you switch
no,
on Legacy and that shit's there, and it's like that. It feels bad as Batman. Bugs I didn't notice because I just thought it was.
Well, yeah, because you're playing on
Batman,
Legacy,
that-
quote unquote. You're not playing
that
out the
shit
way the
sucks.
game is designed. Like you're
Yeah,
not playing
but
the default controls.
What part of Legacy makes my neutral A forward A?
Yeah.
Because
I don't
because neutral A, quote unquote, is actually forward A in this game. That's the point.
Yeah, but like my point is, on bugs, that didn't matter. But on Batman, when it's fucking throwing batarang when I try to move and hit someone, it feels awful.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying the same thing. It's just like what they define as forward smash is not what the legacy thing, which is that's basically Smash controls, would define as a forward smash. Quote,
The
unquote.
Smash controls should be.
But I get that they define it differently, but I wish when you turn on Legacy, it didn't have that on by default, and you had to have someone tell you it's there. Because I'm playing and it just didn't feel good. I didn't understand why it was like this until someone told me, "Oh, this thing is on. You have to turn it off." And then I turned it off. It's like, "Oh wait, this feels fine now."
I'm sure it felt weird for you, but it's like this is the third time I played this game, so I can't relate. 'Cause I've been playing on default controls the whole time. I've been jumping around characters and shit. I think if you just make a lot of the moves less active, I think it's actually fine. Like I think the problem with Shields is that everything's active for 8 years. So it's like you're getting hit by everything. Like the hitboxes are still kind of being worked out. So
It's like that, and half the active moves still just kill you, even if they only press one button. Like, I get that they're supposed to have a penalty. Taz's still killing you at 70, even if he only spent the whole time pressing spin.
okay.
It doesn't matter.
That's true. Taz needs to be toned down a tiny bit, but if he doesn't do that, then the character is literally unplayable.
I get that, but my point is, if they're still working on it, change him. Make something else good. He shouldn't just be, I press spin, and that's his whole kit.
That shit is so dumb, and it kills so early, and it lasts for 10 minutes. Like, what's going on?
Okay, but
bro?
you can it's definitely you can hit it with anything and you win.
Yeah, but we're trying to learn
Yeah,
the
but
game. It's
sometimes I
very
don't-
hard to do that.
I don't always. It's not. I mean, that's not a good excuse.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm saying, obviously, I don't always get the opportunity to
Of
do
course.
that. That's the type of move I need another defensive option for. That exact type of move where he's spinning across the fucking screen. I'm already preoccupied. I can see him coming. Like, it's just way too strong for dodge. I guess I can hit him, but it just depends on the situation.
No, that's true.
Either way, even if I hit him, he's gonna do it again. So I need like.
Yeah, he only needs
That's
to
all
hit
he
you
does.
a few times with it,
Yeah.
and then you're dead.
I want them to focus less on the tornado and more on the fact that he turns into a chicken, even though that shit broken. That chicken shit is insane.
Oh, also, whatever the purple move thing is, every character should have that if that's the mechanic they want for you to get through shields.
That's cap.
What is the point of having a mechanic like that? Having some characters with multiple of them, and some characters have none.
Because it is a 2v2 based game. That's why. The game is designed to be played by two people. So between the two of you.
Okay, but one character. Okay, well, let's stay with that, yeah? But then one character, basically, if the other person is literally just using armor moves, cannot stop them at all. And the other person can't. I don't think that makes it fine that this is the situation. Because that happens. Believe me. I've run into a bunch of people who are like, I'm Superman. I'm just pressing all these moves.
Yeah, but all of his buttons are slow as shit. Superman's bad.
But he has armor. Like, okay, I get the buttons are slow to you, but when he's just going armored move, it doesn't matter how slow it is, there's armor. So even if I try to hit him out of it, armor.
Yeah, but there are characters like that in almost every fighting game that are just big. They have huge buttons and they have super armor on it.
There's so many other ways to deal with that in another fighting game than this one.
But I would argue there's more in this game because you have two characters. You have two characters to challenge him.
But he also has a partner. Like, it's not like it's 2v1. But there's two people.
But that's what I'm saying. You're making it sound as if the armor, like it sounds like you're just getting hit by armor moves and you don't know what to do about it. That's how it sounds. When
no, I
Superman,
know what to do with it. I
but
had
Superman
to literally
is
throw a
ass.
batarang and then hit them immediately.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
But the problem is, in a 2v2 game, when there's another person who's fighting me, and my partner could be stuck fighting another person, they're not always gonna be around to hit Superman when he's just pressing armor.
But he's gonna lose doing that because it's bad. Like if he's
when
just
you're playing with random people, it's not that bad, and it's annoying.
But then your partner is also bad.
Okay, but for the majority of people, this is what you will run into.
So now because bad players don't know how to deal with armor, it makes it not okay. That doesn't make any sense.
It's just not fun to play against a character who, even if his moves are slow, the armor comes out almost immediately. And if he's just doing armored moves repeatedly out in a row, and like I'm supposed to just wait around because my partner has to hit them and I can't do anything about it, that's not fun.
But you can't. But the thing is, you can do something about that. That's the whole thing. Like if I'm like you said, if I'm playing I played almost every character in the game other than like Arya, because Arya's weird as hell. I don't play Arya. Like I played every other character in this game. If I'm playing a 2v2 and I'm playing a Superman, and he's I'm fucking him up, and I'm having a lot of fun. Like because if he's just gonna do that, he's going to lose. Almost every character in the game has a projectile. Almost every character in the game has a multi-hit. I think every character in the game does have a multi-hit. I can't think of one that doesn't. Maybe Jerry. No, I don't
think which one for your Batman? Are you just counting his up air?
His forward air is also multi-hit?
The second hit forward air is so slow. I know what you mean, but it's
not my question.
Slow.
And you have Batarang.
But if you're using that versus armor, that's not going to come out.
And you have Batarang, plus you have explosive. Plus you have, and yes, you do have up air. Plus if you're playing Batman, and you have grappling hook if you really want to.
Is grappling hook actually 2 hits? Because it feels like it's just 1.
It is 2 hits.
Because at the time I would grappling hook a Superman when he's doing that, I would just get punched out of it. Like I started using grappling hook less.
Well, you're not invincible during the dash. That's probably why.
Yeah, I know. Most time I use it, you just get hit. So
yeah.
It feels like I'm going to use this less.
But it is 2 hits. Technically. Like if Wonder Woman dashes to her partner, it'll break their armor. Type B.
I don't know. It's like that stuff to me is just not. It's not fun. Like sure, like the way I see it is they probably just invited players who are better at games like these into all their closed alphas, so they're getting feedback from that. But I also just want to see from the aspect of as a random person playing the game, how does this feel? And to me, it's not very fun when it comes down to that. Like this stuff just isn't. It's just not enjoyable being in a situation where these 2 characters on top of each other and they're mashing. Or I had a time when literally whatever it is, Trophy's Edge 2, when it's those ones like 2 separate platforms, their team is on one platform and the Garnet is literally just attacking and covering the entire platform. And we're trying to fight against it, but the other teammates there too, and they're not hitting each other obviously because it's multiverses. And trying to deal with that it's not fun. It's just annoying.
Yeah, I would have to see the situation. So you're not trying to get your ass beat, Trophy, or what's the plan? He's gone.
Who, me? You're not talking to me.
I was talking to you, Shofu.
That shit, man. I got characters now. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. All right. By the way, Chad, that's the end of China time. Get the fuck out of here, man. This show sucks. So does that.
God.